Hey guys, Mitsu here, and welcome to AR Mock Battles, the 5th. Today I'm just going to go quickly through two different mock battles. One of them is a bit of a funny one. I don't know, would you call it a meme team? Probably. It's a bit of a joke team, honestly. It's by MountainWeed, and MountainWeed has made a very, very fun team, I find. It's quite enjoyable to look at. It is not as easy as it looks. If you do it as a mock battle and you don't have the proper team. First of all, you cannot dance. Like, this might be called Isolation, the map. Bonus week Milla basically isolates everybody. She isolates my thumb. Okay? So she isolates everything. Then you have a Midori with 62 defense. I mean, what? And, of course, Spendthrift makes her extremely bulky, too. Now, if I'm being semi-serious for a second, maybe not give her Spendthrift bow. It's cool for the memes, but, like, I'm sorry, the Death Defying, I mean. It's cool for the memes to give her a Death Defying, but, like, in terms of real viability, maybe give her the Res Refine. She has enough defense as is. Nothing is damaging her physically. So, yeah, that aside, I do have a solution for this team, even without the fort advantage, which others clearly do exploit. And that is, I have a decently powerful mage, and she takes care of things. So, my mage is Lute, and luckily, I do run Lute. Where is she? There she is. She has skill sets. Yep. So, I do run Lute together with Deirdre. So that means I also have somebody to take care of dragons. And that way I am not worried at all about this map. I can clear it fairly easily. I'll just go through it. Not much feedback to give here. This is just something a bit more fun. Let's go. So the first thing to note is I will not actually go on turn 1. Instead, what I will do is wait until turn 2. Because then she's in front, Bull Tower procs, and she gets damaged, I can take her out. Because Sakura actually is a bit of a pain. Now, luckily, here's the thing. I'm very, very happy that I have Lute on here who debuffs. Because the way it works is Restore gives priority to healing whenever, alright? And considering that she's going to be debuffed as she has less res than Lute with her 45, considering Lute's Weirding Tome, Sakura is going to heal immediately, right? So what that means is, they all have no string wheel. What that means is that Sakura cannot heal after Midori takes the hit by Lute. So in that way, she's already damaged, and then the Bull Tower does a lot more, and Lute can take out the rest. And then it's just a matter of clearing Sakura and clearing the rest. And yeah, that's the way I'll play this. It's not really a hard map for considering the team I have, but if you don't have this kind of team with a dragon effective weapon, with a blue mage that is strong, especially like also if you can debuff, because otherwise Midori would be at full HP here after Sakura heals her. It can be very, very rough, because lots of HP, lots of defense, lots of stuff. Like, defense, you're not doing anything to Midori, no matter who you are. Like, I think she could tank a player phase duo Ephraim, and I'd be very curious if somebody could test that, because it seems possible, and it blows my mind. Okay, let's go. As I said, we're going to initiate on turn 2. You see that she restores since she's getting debuffed. Let's clear up the side and start getting to the side in order to take care of the Millas. Here comes Midori. She does a lot of damage, as you can see. I barely survive. And yeah, from here on out, we can start clearing. Let's put her there. That way she still has all of her assists. And now it's just a matter of actually winning this in time. Yeah. 48 defense Sakura. It's honestly insane. Bum, bum. And take her out with air. There we go. Oops. Can air survive? Yes, she can. Thank you, Mystic Boost. Here we go. Now comes Deirdre. Take care of her. Take care of her. Take out the pot. And we win with time to spare. Beautiful. And that's my clear of MountainWeed's map. So, yeah, it's a fun one. It's one I quite enjoyed, honestly. And yeah, next up is SeaDolphin, who has a quite mean map. And I'll talk through how it works. I think many people will find it quite hard to win against this. And he said that it surprised him, but I don't think it should be a surprise. So, on the one hand, we have a +10 leaf with pass. The way both sides work, both dancers have aerobatics, right? One in the seal, one in the skills, so that when the cabs move first, right, because they don't have assists, while the sword units do have assists, they move up, they're here now. Now, the sword users move here. There's a space in between them, as you can see. Now, the dancer can move into that and then dance this, the cab in front. So then the effective range is the whole back line here. Unless you have, like, no buildings and you covered it here, you will get into trouble. And the problem for you is that also, if you take care of her, say with a fallen Leon, Marth comes behind, he gets danced by Elazura, and then, you know, what is he going to do against Marth? Similar things here. Honestly, this defense would be much more uncomfortable if there was a second Elazura here. My solution wouldn't work, because the way it works is I have to actually gamble on the trap, unfortunately, in my solution. But then it does work. And here's the thing, I used to clear this when Larce was here by getting the trap wasn't there, by getting young Marth onto this spot here, killing Lynn, and then he survives Larce. Now, he doesn't survive Marth, who has way more attack. And yeah, so I can't do that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to see when we get there. Like this. Precisely. We are going to use not with his massive defense. Here we go. Yeah, Leon has an advantage against Leaf, so there's no problem for him. He can take this. And yeah, let's enter. There. Now, as you can see, if there was an Elazura here, Larce could reach Leon, and things would be more difficult. But now it isn't, and now they can just one-shot Marth, and yeah, bye Azura. We can start doing some chip damage to Larce, and yeah. At this point we can just clear the map. But again, it's not exactly the most ideal clear, considering I did have to gamble on the trap. But, I mean, it is what it is. Yep, that's my clear. Now, would I change anything? As I said, like, pretty much the only thing that has to be changed in order to make this really, really nasty is an Elazura here. If you have an Elazura here, yeah, then you also have the overlapping range by the red unit here, so Fallen Leon no longer is a one-side option. You do have to put them on both, and then that becomes a bit of a challenge. And besides that, don't really think there's much to suggest, really. Like, I don't know, could a null C bike take this? I'm not sure. I would have to have a null C bike. I don't have one, and I'm not going to fodder one of my Leons to bike for that. I don't think that would be worth it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to say otherwise. It's a very tricky defense. Like, some people seem to suggest it's not too hard. I think it will catch many people off guard. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have decent results with it. Granted, it is a bit of a gimmick with the aerobatics, but it's a very effective one. So I don't see the problem with it, personally. And what I very much like is it has one dominant strategy in mind, which is very good for a defense to have, right? Try to have your defense have one dominant strategy in mind of how it kills units. Like, mine has a two-pronged one, but it still has like one dominant strategy of rushing the opponent. A dancer can move in. It has high damage output, and this one is the same way, right? It has like it may have a two-pronged approach to things, right? There's two lanes that you have to pay attention to, but they do synergize. They come together, and then they threaten both sides. Now, this one's probably even better than mine in that regard, because this aerobatics move allows the cabs then to reach both sides, something which my map doesn't do. So I very much like that, and I do think this is a very, very good setup. Just another legendary Azura would make this very uncomfortable. And yeah, anything else? I mean, if you're going to have Mirabilis here, not really a fix, but more like just something that obviously should be done, give her a ploy. I mean, you have to basically bait Leaf here. So most units that you bait with will not have more res than Mirabilis. So if you give her a ploy, then wait a sec. Yeah, she doesn't have her weapon. Still, you could give her a defense ploy, right? I mean, I don't have to be next to another unit. That way you have like a more consistent setup with defense debuffs, right? Like, I think I had Young Marth and Leon next to each other. I didn't have to. I could have put Young Marth down. Deploy, like, I think it would be good. I don't think the defense res gap does anything. I think it hits Young Marth, and Young Marth has a Firesweep weapon. He doesn't need that, right? I think he's fine. So yeah, something I forgot to mention, of course, right? These two fire sweeps, so that's the thing, like, if you smite in and you attack, you can't counterattack. So that's like why I needed a very, very high defense unit. Luckily I do have Hinata with his 60-something defense. And yeah, Lin has a fire sweep, and as far as I know, SeaDolphin wants to give Leaf a fire sweep too. Now, that would then be, I don't think it would make a difference for my clear at all, considering I used Leon to take him out, but yeah, there is that. I would actually, due to that, consider, like, a quick fix that would, I think, prevent my clear, if I'm not being completely insane, is giving, would it be, wait a sec. Actually, it might be. If you switch out Mirabilis and Azura. I'm not sure if this setup is better for null C bikes. If so, disregard everything I say. But for my setup with a Fallen Leon and then another like powerful red, this setup is easier to clear than if these two dancers were switched, because I can only take out Lin either in the player phase or with I've lost my train of thought. Wait, let me restart. Alright, I put Fallen Leon here. Yeah. would it make a difference for my clear? Yes, it would make a difference for my clear, but yeah, actually keep it as it is. You know, the more I think about it, this is a gamble. The only reason I can do this is because I know this is the trap. Otherwise, I would be screwed because Peony would be there and then Lynn can take her out. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a gamble. I would have to experiment more to see if there's a non-gamble type of win, but yeah, it's very difficult to do so because your room is very much constrained. Like basically the whole map is their playing field. So don't let other people tell you something else. I think this is a very good map, and the past meta is here. It's very good. It's very, very good. Quite unique. I hadn't seen it before. Maybe you've seen it somewhere else, I'm not sure, but I like it. And I do think it will be successful. Let me know how it works out. So those were 2 quick mock battles. The second one is really, really cool. The first one was very fun. I enjoy this bit of a different kind of mock battle. If you do want to be on a mock battle, send me a message on the Discord. I will once again place the link in the description in the first comment, and I will see you in the Discord, hopefully. Alright then, take care, bye!